A girl and a robot.
Are you going to class today?
No, I just have a quick meeting with the professor.
Quick meeting with a professor? If I'm remembering correctly, you're at the bakery literally every time I go there. Do you take night classes or something?
I don't really attend classes.
Oh, you're too smart for that, clearly. I mean, you're #1 programmer, you don't need to go to class, right? Okay, kids, even if you are #1, you gotta go to class. Remember it, stay in school, okay? It's important.
What? That's such a waste. You don't get to hang out, or talk to your classmates, or go shopping with your friends, or play hide and seek together, or do crazy stuff like...
That sounds more like elementary school than college. I don't know if elementary school kids go shopping with their friends, but that often. Your professor is okay with that, Yume? She could be like a PhD student or something who doesn't have to go to... She's done all the classwork, but is working on her thesis or whatever.
They said it's fine as long as I continue to get straight A's.
Or it's just a normal student. That's true. That's impressive. Damn. I've always been hearing I praise Yume and all, but I didn't think that much of it, but she might actually be someone really great. Oh, sounds like Kanya Shanti material, am I right? I'm starting to feel ashamed of being the person she claims to want to surpass. Oh yeah, you feel that she's already surpassed you. I mean, she gets straight A's and she doesn't go to class.
I expected nothing less from my arch rival, Troy. You're not #1 in the world for no reason.
Ah yes, Troy.
It's kind of weird actually being called Troy in person. Either way, Jung is more amazing than I am. I just have a lot of free time.
The only thing she knows about Jung is that he's part of the Kanya Shanti, which does make him amazing, I suppose. She doesn't know that he built I, though. I mean, or programmed I, or whatever you call it. I mean, that's probably his most significant accomplishment we know of, right? Is that he made the AI.
Wait, members of the Kanya Shinti all live together, right? Does that mean the others are in this city as well?
Actually, I don't know. Are they?
Oh my god, I totally want to meet them. Rumi, Sir Helios, Princess Isabel?
Is Rumi his friend who calls him? If I remember correctly?
Just thinking about it makes me restless.
Princess Isabel? I don't think I've ever seen her this excited before. I'm really impressed about how much you know about it. You even dropped names. Is she secretly someone from the government who's like come to crack down on them? I mean, she tried to infiltrate them. I don't know. I mean, she kind of met them by chance. That was kind of a complete coincidence. So, unless it's not, maybe that's why she was at the bakery, just waiting for one day. You know, maybe. I don't know. It seems unlikely. One day they'll come and he'll tell them who he is. Maybe she already knows. Nah, I don't know. But no, even drop names, yeah. But no, the members don't necessarily live together. They just enjoy hanging out. You don't enjoy hanging out with anyone. What are you talking about? I'm kind of not involved with them anymore. Oh, that's fair, because you don't enjoy hanging out with anyone. So you won't find me with them here.
What? Not involved? Like you left? Why would you ever do that?
Because you're antisocial. That's just, we had kind of had a problem. Also, they had a problem. I still love that little spider shirt.
Oh, shoot. I need to stop asking questions. I'm not very good at reading the atmosphere. I'm so sorry.
No. I don't really like talking about the Kanya Shanti. It's not like I'm not allowed or anything. It's just a topic I'd rather avoid. Besides, it might actually be a good idea to tell about the current situation in the group. Maybe that would change your opinion of them as a whole. I guess I can tell you. Yume rushes forwards, and her eyes expand to 3 times their normal size. But as an anime person, that'd be bigger than her face if her eyes were 3 times her size, their normal size. Although, it depends how you measure, 3 times in each direction, or 3 times in the area. I mean, you know what I mean. Her face is extremely close. Ai seems interested too. now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever discussed my past with her either. It's kind of odd you haven't discussed your past with I, isn't it? But regardless, they're both completely fixed on me. Oh man, I'm starting to feel pressured. It's a bit of a long story, so why don't we sit down on this bench? Don't they have to go to the professor? Oh no, they had time for a tour first. Yeah, that's okay. So, where should I start? Okay, so there is a member of the group named Lily.
Lily as in the leader of the group, right?
Right, the person who can read people really well. The ultimate analyst in Danganronpa terms. How do you know all these? She was so careful about being discreet that I don't think anyone would ever find out about her. Well, anyway, Lily and I used to see each other and...
Huh? You had a girlfriend?
I'm kind of offended by that reaction, but yes, what? Actually, he had a girlfriend? Oh my gosh. It's crazy to think, actually. I didn't know that he had a girlfriend at the time. Did he used to be a normal person? Wow, what a freaking normie. The real Chadmeister right here. Okay, that was a long time ago, though. Lily had a older brother called Adam, who was an unofficial member of the Cognoscenti. He was an extremely intelligent person and incredibly competent leader. Okay, so we have angels and we have devils and we have someone called Adam. Great. Are you sure? I mean, I was joking about the symbolism earlier, but I'm like, really? Really? Is this where we're going? He easily gained the respect of anyone he came across almost instantly. He's even stood as the leader of the Cognoscenti previously.
Strange. I've never heard of him before.
I doubt anyone outside the group has. You've probably heard about him from his other group, but we'll get to that in a second. Lily was never the leader type, but she was great at finding talented people. Ultimate talent scout. This, of course, was what made her so perfect for forming the Cognoscenti. In a sense, she was kind of like Adam's opposite. The two had a remarkable list of similarities, but they were at the same time completely opposite sides of the spectrum. In case you didn't know, Adam and Lily came from a high-class family. They are related to some very influential people in history. Lily's objective of materializing the legend seemed pretty ambitious at first, but her brother started to take that to new extremes. Adam claimed that the current government systems in the world were outdated and faulty. You know, he wanted to create a place where they could cultivate talent. He thought that the improper balance of power and constant need for money would ultimately lead to the end of the world. So he wanted to remodel it. He was kind of like a vigilante, willing to do anything it takes to revive his vision of mankind. Are you sure you aren't some sort of, like, terrorist group and that, like, you know, Yume here is not some sort of, like, person trying to infiltrate you? Are you sure about that? I mean, considering your leader-type guy wanted some kind of, like, New World Order? Really makes you think. Confident in his own capabilities, oh god, it actually says that. It actually says that. Confident in his capabilities, devised a plan he called the New Capital World Capital Order. The plan proposed a centralized organization responsible for overseeing all nations and all people. I see. A government that knows everything and sees everything. Yes, that's great. But instead of it being labeled as a government, it would be viewed as a group consisting of only the most educated people in the world, all working together to lead mankind down the right path. As opposed to the left path. You don't want to go there. It's not a good route. It was a little too good to be true, but we all know he would use everything in his power to make it come true. Okay. As Lily continued to find more exceptional people, the group continued to expand and become more powerful. Eventually, Adam began to take advantage of this in order to start up the New World Order. The Neo World program.
Wait.
No.
That would mean he would be publicizing the Cognoscenti, right?
That's why Lily was opposed to it. She didn't want him using the name of the group for his own reasons. I see. Adam wound up leaving the group to form his own group because of this. Several of the members wound up following him, and they formed a group called the Perfectibilists. Huh.
The Perfectibilists. I know about them.
Oh, yeah, clearly, the Perfectibilists. The Perfectibilists. Well, it's hard to speak it when you have a perfectible lisp. You're really into this kind of stuff, aren't you?
I've heard about them before, too. I had no idea it was real, though. The whole thing seemed a little too sketchy. You were involved with them, Jung? That's amazing.
Well, by association, I guess. No, I wasn't. Adam's ideologies and intentions were worth acknowledging, but myself and most of the other members were smart enough to know that his plan could backfire at any second. That's why only a handful of the Kanyashenti agreed to help him, so they're a splinter faction. Huh.
Why is that? If he had a plan to make the world a better place, why wouldn't you help him?
'Cause you're a stick in the mud who doesn't care about anything? Unfortunately, saving the world is a lot easier said than done. Humanity is much more complex than that, You know, as a non-human, you wouldn't understand. If reconstructing society was as easy as the push of a button, it would have been done a long time ago. Yeah, it's like the kid in Nor 9 who's all like, if magic was real, the magicians would have taken over the world a long time ago. Huh. Yeah, that makes you think.
I can understand that. No leader or president would ever willingly just hand over their power, let alone give it away to some random rebel group.
What if she's actually a political science major? Exactly. Which is why things with Adam created a harsh atmosphere within the Kanyashenti. And it's what ultimately led me to my falling out with the group. I see. Yeah, it all got kind of awkward. That's fair. I know the feeling. It's
Think
not
of it
really.
this way, though. If Adam was able to recruit a substantial amount of people instead of just a few from the Kanyashenti, he might actually be able to make some sort of a difference.
The Kanyashenti? I mean, okay, if you're gonna have some weird word, some weird pronunciation, at least be consistent.
Grow any group large enough and it's bound to attract attention from the government. Isn't that what Adam wanted?
It's exactly what he wanted. But once he amassed the numbers, he wasn't planning on a peaceful takeover. The guy was as much of a bloodthirst as he is a pacifist. People aren't bloodthirsty, they're bloodthirsty. But they're not a bloodthirst, as far as I know. He wanted his Perfectibilists to conduct a hostile takeover of the government itself, one nation at a time. To Adam, the idea of sacrificing a few to save many was a necessary evil, and he planned on taking out anyone that got in his way. And that's when Lily stepped in. We all knew that she was strongly opposed to the construction of the Perfectibilists. So when she finally mustered the courage to confront Adam, he seemed to care more about the new cause than the concerns of his sister. She was now an enemy, and all enemies must be eliminated in order to save the world.
So is that it? Did you all just part ways or whatever?
Oh yeah, and then everyone part ways, and it's completely anticlimactic. Adam didn't turn to some crazy supervillain or anything, and it's all just, went back to our normal lives. As it is, I created an AI, it's kind of funny, she was really smart too. I wish it was that simple. Lily was very determined to stop Adam, and she would have been murdered if I had sat back and did nothing. I needed to get involved in order to save Lily. What wound up happening was a result of me being inexperienced and overzealous.
So, wait, what?
What? I killed him. You killed Adam. You killed Adam. Dots? 2 dots? 3 dots? 2 dots? 1 dot? Silence. Neither I nor Yume could say anything. They just stared at me, eyes wide and jaws open. I had no other choice. It was already chaotic within the group, and since the government would be on his tail as soon as he gained more than a few members. Someone needed to do something. He was putting everyone, whoever associated with him, at risk. Oh, so Jung kills Adam to keep everyone else safe from the government. Huh. Hell, it was nearly impossible to even come into contact with him at this point. He kept himself holed away for weeks at a time. The only reason I was able to see him in person was because he spent so damn long trying to recruit me. Eventually, I feigned interest and said I would join him. He invited me to where I was hiding, and I let out an exasperated sigh. My mind went blank. The only thing I could even almost think about was saving Lily. Suddenly my brain just went off, and it seemed like this was the only possible thing to do at the time. Lily was devastated, I think. I never had the courage to go back and talk to her. I gathered the few possessions I'd been holding onto and just left. Oh, sad. Well, you did kill her brother, so that's fair, I guess. I mean, she hasn't come to find you either, so maybe that's for the best. 3 dots.
Doesn't that mean you're still dating?
Oh yeah, you completely ghost after killing her brother. Yep. Doesn't that mean you're still dating though? I mean, you never changed your relationship status on Facebook, so you know, technically you're still dating. I mean, just saying. What?
Lily, you never broke up with her.
Okay, taking your stuff and leaving and never coming back. Or maybe the part where you kill her brother. That's like the part where you break up with her? I mean, is that what you got out of all of that?
You two certainly know how to lighten the mood.
Haha, what a funny story, eh? This went exceedingly better than I imagined it going. Yeah, that's a ridiculous story.
What do you think Lily is doing now?
Ah, yes. Don't know. I try not to think about it. I'd only cause more pain by being near her.
How do you know that?
What?
I mean, you did kill her brother, and she's most likely pissed off about that. But maybe she's realized that you did it to save her. I'm not saying that she's totally forgiven you or whatever, but maybe she's less pissed off?
That's fair.
What I'm trying to say here is that not talking to her about it isn't going to make anything better.
Maybe she's right. Maybe I wasn't staying away from Lily to ease her pain. Maybe the reason I've stayed for so long is I've been too scared to confront her myself. It isn't easy to walk up to the girl you're in love with and say, I killed your brother. Sorry. Thanks, Yume. I think I needed that. Maybe I will try to reach out to her sometime.
Don't mention it.
Yeah, fair. Don't mention it. You know. What great relationship advice. Post that on /r/relationships right there.
This also means you're still a member of the Kanya Shinty.
Why are you both like this? I'm trying to tell a serious story here.
I'm also kind of surprised that you've never told I that story before.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Jung hasn't told I that story either. I mean, it seems like a kind of an important story, you know?
Not good, Jung, not good. You shouldn't be keeping secrets from your girlfriend.
Gah. Huh? We're not like that at all. It's just that, you know, I own her phone and stuff, but I guess not anymore. And she just lives with me, and you know, but it's not like that, you know. It's different. It's different.
Really? But you live together, right?
Well, no. Remember, we just went over this. The other girl was the old girlfriend, you know, because they never technically broke up. technically.
Don't mind him. He's just too shy to admit it.
Ha 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 ha. I apparently has decided to go along with Yume's assumptions about us. I mean, it would definitely explain the whole thing about the whole living together situation, but I just don't want Yume to think that way about us for some reason. Oh, you want to keep your options open? What a player. Oh yeah, totally dating. Forgot.
Anyway, I should probably be heading to the office now.
Yeah, that was kind of a long-winded story, and utterly insane too, but yeah.
Sorry I didn't get to give you guys the full tour. Maybe some other time?
Does this take place in some world where things like that just casually happen? Because that would be like, if someone told me that kind of story, like, I'd be like, yo, what, mate?
Don't worry about it. Catch you later, Yume.
See you soon.
Yep, bright and early for breakfast tomorrow morning.
Well, I mean, I guess this is a world where some random dude builds a super AI in his, it's not a basement, but you know, it's like a house. And he, and after breaking up with his girlfriend that he ghosted. Yeah, so, I mean, fair. I forcefully cover her mouth with my hand and wait until Yume is far enough to hear us. Far enough not to hear us, you mean? Hey, I can't take another consecutive day of physical activity. I need time to recuperate. Feel ya. I haven't been able to do much physical activity lately. She breaks free from my hand.
Fine, but you owe me pancakes.
Yume is long gone by now. So, are we supposed to just keep pretending that we're lovers in front of Yume from now on? Because I don't think I'm good enough actor for that.
Why not? It's not like we're far from being lovers anyway, right?
Aww. Is that what you think of us?
Do you not?
Ooh. That's a big oof. 3 dots. So, what's the plan now? Should we just head home? That's awkward.
We haven't even made any new friends today.
You know what they say, a new friend a day keeps the doctor away.
I've got like 100 people I still need to talk to before I fill my quota.
Gotta fill your talking to people quota. What a pain.
Young, what is the point of having the cell phone if the only numbers I have are yours and Yume's?
To be fair, like, who actually has other people's cell phone numbers in this day and age? I mean, you just text, but not like actually text, like you use like an app or something. I mean that's how everyone does it. Like, could you just go get like on a Discord or something?
I still need to fill up my contacts list.
That's a stupid goal. Just dial random numbers and wait for someone to pick up. Hooray, new friend, let's go home. I don't think that's how it works either.
That's not how it works.
I mean, this clearly takes place when there's like smartphones. So, like, considering they're talking about phones that are like the phones in real life, but with slightly different names. So, like, yeah, who texts people by their numbers? Like, that's weird.
Ah!
Using SMS 2018, am I right? Or is this game 2017 game? But whatever. I finds her next victim.
Friend spotted.
She grabs my arms and yanks me towards the said victim. Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hey. Oh, that guy. He looks kind of spooky. He looks like he could be an MC. See? You scared him.
What? Of course I didn't. You're not a scaredy cat, right?
Oh, a little shy there.
My name is I.
Hi?
Hi?
What's your name?
Ugo Kasu.
Ugo Kasu. Yeah. I turns to me and whispers. Sorry. I turns to me and whispers. You aren't exactly making the greatest first impression right now. Do you think that could be it? Or maybe he just doesn't like you. Let's go home now.
No way. This quest is still active in my log. I'm about to level up, Young.
Well, okay, I mean, if you need to get like 3 more friend EXP to get your friend level up, I get it, I get it. That's fair. You know, it's great to gamify your things you do in everyday life. It helps motivate you. No more 0 days.
So, Ugo Casa, was it?
He nods.
That's a nice name. What are you doing?
He is painting, and you are bothering him.
Shh, I didn't ask you.
I'm so sorry, Ugokasu. Just humor this annoying girl, and we'll be on our way.
What? I'm not annoying him.
You annoy everyone. That's so rude.
Why don't you go somewhere else while I talk to my new friend?
I need you to stay. I need to stay here and make sure you don't do anything stupid.
I won't.
The boy giggled softly.
Sorry.
But someone else finds it funny. I was not planning on letting this opportunity to socialize pass up. She rests her arm on one of the boy's shoulders, getting all close there.
Hey, don't worry about it. Laugh if you want to laugh. Ha ha ha! Laughing feels great, right?
Ha ha ha! Laughing feels great, right? He's still unsure of what to do next. He seems a bit nervous, but who wouldn't be if they're randomly approached and verbally harassed by 2 random people?
So, Ugo Kasu, my new friend, how are you doing?
You're not a new... Okay. New friends. You're not new friends if you just, you know, you've talked to them and they've sort of, like, hid behind their hair, you know? I mean, you have to work a little harder than that to be called a friend, at least in my opinion.
Good, thanks.
Good, thanks.
Good. I see you're painting a pretty cool thing right there. That's a really good painting.
Thank you.
If I were him, I would have run away by now. Surprisingly enough, he's actually responding to her questions.
So hey, since we've now become friends, why don't we exchange phone numbers?
A painter guy who's kinda shy? Sounds like a certain MC from a certain love story that's tricolor. Except not. Ugokasu reverts back to shy mode and hides his eyes underneath his long bangs.
Huh? What's wrong?
There's kind of this unspoken rule about not asking for a person's phone number 2 minutes after meeting them.
Whoa, really? But then what are the numbers even good for?
I don't know, It's been less than 5 minutes. You're scaring the poor kid. I mean, yeah.
No, it's not that.
He tries to speak up, but is still barely audible.
I'm really happy that you would consider me as a friend. But sadly, I don't have a phone.
Why don't you have a phone? Are you an AI that was born yesterday? Because if so, I got the... We joined the club. Yeah, join the club. It's fun.
Oh man, really?
I'm sorry.
Uokatsu sighs and fixates on the ground.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I'm sorry for suddenly asking you anyway. We can still be friends without trading numbers.
He smiles, the air around him immediately changes. This kid is surprisingly welcoming after all, despite not having a phone. Haha, guess we can't get a phone.
What about an email
That's
address?
rude. What about... Okay, email. Everyone has email, right? Hey, you're breaking another unspoken rule.
I don't have a computer either. Sorry.
Okay, how do you not have a... Okay, I know. I shouldn't be mean to people who don't have computers, but they're not watching this video, so who cares, right? I'm kidding. All those poor people who don't have computers to watch my amazing content. Oh, oops, I dropped something. Alright.
Then how the heck are we supposed to be friends? You're more off the grid than I am, and
I have to put my hand over Ai's mouth in order to keep her from giving away, who she is.
Sorry again. But I'm usually around the campus in case you guys are here often. You should be able to spot me pretty easily.
Coolio! Good to know.
not having a phone or a computer must be tough. I can't imagine not having at least one of those.
I just never really found them necessary. That's all.
But it's useful to communicate with other people, you know, so that you don't just be alone all the time.
I also don't really have all that many friends, so having something like that would be kind of a waste.
Well, I mean, they can be very useful when you don't have friends either, you know? You can use them to spend time on your computer instead of spending time with your friends. You could even spend time talking into a mic. That's kind of cool. I tried that once. Well, if you say so.
Besides, I enjoy nature more than people anyway.
Ah. Yeah, the only phone you have is the banana phone. Ah, yes, oh, of course. I love outside. I nod with passion. Anything is more enjoyable than people. Fair. Although, I mean, like, going on, like, a hike with someone's pretty fun. Which is an experience I totally understand, because I've totally done it. Finally, someone who speaks my language.
Hey, speaking of which, you're super good at painting.
So, I see, so they're both antisocial, but Jung is a programmer guy, he's a tech guy, and this guy is more like an art and nature guy. So, I mean, that's fair.
Do you do anything besides landscapes and stuff?
Not really. Nature is mysterious and beautiful.
Ah, I see. A landscape painter, not a portrait painter. That's understandable.
That being said, looking at landscapes is often relaxing and fun. At the same time, you can find traces of gloom or depression.
Relaxing and fun, yet gloomful and depressing. Is gloomful a word? No, it's gloomy. It's not gloomful, it's gloomy. I'm sorry.
The beauty with landscapes is that you don't even really need words to describe them. You just feel it.
You just feel the landscape.
A slight change in color can alter the mood of a piece almost entirely. Everything is just so delicate and fragile with them.
You don't need words, and it's delicate and fragile. Isn't this kid supposed to be quiet? How much can one love nature?
This city has a lot of spots to... Oh, I'm sorry, I started ranting without thinking. I apologize.
That's why what you should do is you should get a computer, you should get a mic, and start ranting, and completely get off topic. That's my specialty. I love doing that.
Hey, not a problem at all, buddy. Jung and I love listening to your nature talk.
Yeah, it's not always a bad thing to share your interest to others.
Thank you.
Oh, I know she just said it, but I'm Jung. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, June. You too,
June? What the heck?
You two seem really close.
You have to pronounce names consistently. If I said, hi, my name's Jung, and then the other person's like, oh, hi, June, I'd be like, you what? That's not my name. I said Jung, not June. Jeez.
Totally are. We've been together since birth. We also just been upgraded to lovers.
That sounds really bad. That sounds really, really bad. It's a bit more complicated than that, to be honest.
Hush, just agree.
This may be the first time I've envied a human relationship.
Human relationship. Huh. Funny. So, like, are they trying to hint at that? Is it like everyone's not actually human and like Jung's the only one? Is that what they're hinting at here? Like, cause the people like this guy talk about, oh yeah, humans. Ha, relatable. Human X robot, that is. Don't
well,
search
now
that.
We're all friends, so we can all be super close.
That's good to know. I've had friends before, but never really any close ones.
Oh, there you go. Well, I mean, fair.
Not exactly the type of people I would hang out with or share secrets with or whatever. Those things never mattered to me until recently. I guess I'll be in your care from now on then.
I looks deep in thought while Ugokasu is speaking. It's almost kind of creepy. Well, maybe I wants to go to university. I mean, that could be fun. Her eyes are fixated on him, yeah, but they look dead. Her eyes look dead inside? I mean, that's not very nice to say. I mean, she is a robot girl after all, but I mean, you don't have to be that mean about it. She flinches when Ugokasu bows.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah, totally. I'm supposed to bow.
We'll be the best of friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to hear that.
Same.
Well then, I suppose I will excuse myself for now. I have a class to get to.
Oh man, you're leaving already?
Aww. What? You should enroll in an art class. Yeah, it'd be fun. I mean, you have the money for tuition and stuff. I mean, so... depending on your jurisdiction.
Sorry again. Next time we see each other, I'll prepare canvases so we can all paint together.
Wherever the heck this takes place.
Sounds good. I hope to see you again soon.
Same to you.
Same to you. Ukasu puts his tools in a bag and grabs the canvas as he leaves. After waving goodbye, I sits down on a stone that has been converted into a bench.